and welcome back to another episode of Mr. Sensible. Today we're going to meet a guy, a flat earth guy called Mr. James Richards. Mr. Richards, I think, has a bit of a problem. I'm not sure what it is. Could be drink, could be drugs. I don't know what else. Perhaps it's just what believing in flat earth does to you. Today we're actually going to go through 3 of his entire videos. Don't worry though, they're short and to the point. He starts off fairly chilled, so let's get stuck in. Hi James, how's it going?
You're too stupid to know the world you live in.
Oh, well, that went south quite quickly.
But if you listen to me, I'll teach you.
Oh, thanks for that, James. That's really nice of you. Yeah, thank you.
With a small fee.
A small fee. Fair enough, that sounds quite reasonable. How much are we thinking about?
We'll say 35,000.
What?
Give me 35,000. I'll teach you the world you live in.
That's a lot of money, James. I think you might need to give us a little something to persuade us.
Why? Why not? You don't know the world you live in. You give your kids over to the state.
What are you talking about? Have you been smoking that stuff again?
And they teach your kids the world they live in. Because you don't know. You can't figure it out.
James, I think we'll come back to you another time. Perhaps when you've had a good night's sleep and you've got whatever that is out of your system. Tell you what, let's join you tomorrow in your garage.
Baltards, you know. Flat earthers. All you can do is look at them like kids, you know. What are you gonna do, you know?
For crying out loud, James, are you drinking now?
Did you just see that fly?
What?
Yes, son. Yes, I did. Why is it flying? Well, it has wings, and it's a creature that can fly. Why? Well, why? Well, why? But if you could just, why?
James, I was thinking, if people are paying you 35,000 for your insight and advice, do you think perhaps you might be able to afford a stint at the Betty Ford Clinic?
Baltards. Prime example, right? Why? Gravity. Why? Big Bang. Why? No God. Perfect. I like it. I don't have to be judged. Even though I'm a pussy, I can just be a pussy and not be judged. Oh.
Forget it.
I mean, if you really believe you're not going to be judged by the Almighty upstairs, if you really believe that, well, that's a religion itself, but if you really believe that, that means you might as well be a tyrant.
Hold on, James. I thought you were talking about the flat earth. And are you saying that the only reason you're not a tyrant is because you're scared of being judged? Haven't you got a moral backbone of your own?
Why are you being such a pussy and adhering to your masters? Your masters of the universe?
Is that you, James?
Perhaps you're not that old. They made some Hollywood shit out of Masters of the Universe. Guess who wound up being the Masters of the Universe? Hollywood.
James, do you think you could just try and stick to one subject just for a couple of minutes?
You dumb motherfucker. Just look at the history. Or don't. Sit there, thumb directly up ass, while still being able to do ta-da. You don't get that, do you?
I don't think I get much of what you're saying. I really don't.
Globe darts. Yes, master. We are on spinning ball. I will preach this to all. That is my goal. He who denies the spinning ball must be dealt with. Master, please, let's be rid of the flat earth. Master.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it is an emergency. Jacket. Yeah, one of those jackets with the arms round the back. That'll be good. Could you go round to him right away? You can. Brilliant. Thank you.
I don't know the world I live in. I need a master. Master Neil deGrasse Tyson. Master Stephen Hawking. Master human being like me, but not. They're better. They're like God, but not. There's no such thing. I need a master.
James, I think what you really need is a few less cans of whatever the hell that is you're drinking, okay? You go, have a good sleep. We'll join you tomorrow on your drive to work. How does that sound?
The fuck you mean gravity is not a force? What forced the Earth into a fucking ball?
Gravitational attraction amongst all the mass that made up our solar system until it started collapsing.
Hello?
Oh, hello, James.
So they want to say gravity's not a force, but they still want to say it's a ball? Hello?
Hello again.
Look! Gobies! The reason things fall through a medium is because they're more dense than the medium. Do you understand that? That's the reason that it's falling.
No, it's gravitational acceleration caused by the attraction of the huge bloody mass of the Earth.
That is the very reason it's falling. Because if it's less dense than the medium, it rises.
No, that would be the even greater attraction to the Earth of the medium than your less dense object, such as a helium balloon. So as the medium is even more attracted than your light object, it pushes the light object out the way and up. Simple.
How stupid are you? You're gonna pay somebody else to tell you that's not true and then fucking parrot it as if it is. The fuck out of here, you morons!
Okay, right. Well, I think that's probably enough of that. If you have any idea what may be wrong with James, please send your answers on a postcard to St Francis Hospital, Secure Wing, 3rd Padded Cell. Thank you. Meanwhile, thank you for joining me today. If you haven't already, then please consider hitting the ball and subscribing. I'd like to see you all back again when the next video comes out. Until then, stay sensible.
Shut up and sit down.